What's going on? What's going on? Jennifer, are you actually hoping for a Giants win? I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling going into this game. I mean, I want to secure that top pick, but at the same time, I also want to win just because I always want to see the Giants win. And like the whole DeVito thing is contagious. It's like you get caught rooting for him, and then you look at the end of the season, and you're like, you're out of you're out of contention for your quarterback. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to take it take it as I see it. I think if we get off to a slow start, that I'll probably just jump on the bandwagon there and just start just rooting for us to lose. But if we get something exciting, then I'll take that too. I think it's like a win-win thing. You know, we either come out with a win that we didn't expect, or we end up leaving with you know one step closer to getting that number one pick. Oh man, I have no idea. I have no idea what we should be rooting for. Yeah, that's one thing that you think may be possible. Maybe Dable is actually going to open things up. You know, one thing that that it's already clear that Dable and Malik Neighbors believe that Tommy Devito is better at throwing with anticipation than Daniel Jones is. That's one thing, but you never know how this will go. I mean, I think some people think Tommy DeVito is worse than what he is. I think he's a solid backup. I think that's what his arc is, develop into a solid backup for us. And that may be enough to win us some games, sadly or happily, depending on what you're thinking. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I am as far as the game right now. Like, I'm not sure if I'm like a minute behind, 2 minutes behind. I usually let that. I usually let that kind of figure itself out. Shout out to Tudo for the 4.99 super He says much love and respect to Big Dog Biggie and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. We're all tuned in for Cutlass Show. And please, and please, slap all stinky buddy losers. Shout out to Tudo. Happy to have you in the stream, man. Look, we hate the Eagles every week. That's one thing I can agree on is I hate the Eagles every week. Everybody in the Eagles jersey, every Eagles fan, you know, it's no love over there. So Graham Gano, yeah, Burns does know this team. Graham Gano is lined up to kick this off here on my screen. Like I said, we'll see how far I am behind once things get started. And this is going to be a test back. Let's see. So far on the Bleacher Report app, I'm looking at 14:55. So one play. My mic is off. My mic is off too. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get that fixed. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. Baker Mayfield play action, and we get a drop. First play. My mic is off tune. Okay. Let's see if I can try to get it. Is it off tone? Is it low? Is it just sound weird? Baker Mayfield second down here. Second and 10. Man in motion. Short screen to Sterling Shepard, who picks up about 7 right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, how does my voice sound? Let's see here. Let's see. My voice doesn't sound too bad on here. Let's see, maybe turn it up a little bit. All right, third and 3. Baker Mayfield hitting Jalen McMillan for a first down. It does kind of sound weird though. All right, first and 10, 13:55. Bucks moving the ball a little bit, getting close to the 50-yard line. Another man in motion. Play action again. Baker Mayfield taking a shot. He's got Mike Evans catching that right in front of Deontay Banks. Deontay Banks making it a lot more difficult to build this team if he's going to be as bad as he's been this year. I'm still holding out hope for him. Still holding out hope for him. I think Banks is going to be our cornerback too, and we'll probably get our cornerback one within the next 2 years in the draft, hopefully. But he's lined up here against Mike Evans again. Yeah, Tibbs is back in the game. Pitch to Rashad White, and Thibodeau takes him down. Finally, somebody said a name. Thibodeau isn't like the most dominant run defender in the league, but he's a lot better than what we've had out there. Third and 2 coming up. Here we go. Third and 2, right outside the Giants 40, right inside the Giants 45. Baker Mayfield calling a timeout. All right. Let's see if I can't put a kind of an EQ. Testing, testing, testing. Let's see if that sounds any better. Let's see if that sounds any better. Let's see if that EQ makes it sound any better. All right. I took the EQ off a little while ago. That sounds a little better. But here we are, third and 2. Baker Mayfield back in the shotgun. Strange that they are in shotgun here on third and 2. And you got Sterling Shepard in motion. And Rashad White, I mean, just ran away from Brian Burns. Brian Burns chased him all the way down the line of scrimmage, and he just kind of pulled away there. DJ's finally gone. I know Greeny threw a party. I know Greeny threw a party. Yeah, Brian Burns just couldn't collapse down there. It wasn't really his responsibility. Here we go, first and 10 after first down run from Rashad White. Short pass to Sterling Shepard, and Deontay Banks has got him down there. There's Sterling Shepard talking back and forth with Drew Phillips. Yeah, the run defense for the Giants has been horrible. I made a couple underdog picks against the Giants run defense. All right, second and 9 here. I think that's Sterling Shepard. That's not him. Whoa, that pressure came through, but it was a screen. And thanks to Bobby Okereke, this ends up not being a huge play. He did a good job getting off of that block. And that was, I think, Bucky Irving. Yeah, I mean, Bobby Okereke did a great job of limiting that big play. It's crazy how much a defense can change a player though, because Bobby Okereke looks slower. I mean, he just everything. Everything just looks different. That was a good play from him right there. Another third and short here from the Bucs. as they're just completely owning this game so far. And we're gonna have a pitch, and Andrew Phillips. Oh boy, Andrew Phillips did all he could, but I think that was enough for the first down. That may have been enough for it. They're gonna call that short. They're gonna call that a yard short. Yeah, that was a nice play by Andrew Phillips to get back there. He couldn't make the tackle, but here they are. The Bucs are a yard short, and they're gonna go for it. Here we go, 4th and 1. Bucs are going for it. Handoff right to Rashad White, and he ran into Bobby Okereke. That's somebody. Tucker ran into Okereke and fell down. I always forget that Todd Bowles is like actually the Bucs head coach, and he's not their defensive coordinator anymore. It's hilarious how like easily Bobby Okereke took that dude down, and it makes you think like, why didn't somebody else hit him before that? That just shows how wide open of a hole that was for that running back to go through. Bucky Irvin in the backfield this time. Deontay Banks one-on-one against Mike Evans. So this is zone actually. Another play action. And Bucky Irvin in the open field is going to get tackled by Michael McFadden. Nice pursuit by Newman. Nice cleanup by McFadden right there. The Giants defense is great at getting people to third downs, but they're awful at getting off the field on third down until they get in the red zone. Mayfield so far 6 for 7 for 38 yards. Not horrible. We've had worse. We've had better starts against us. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Another handoff to Bucky Irvin, Rashad White, and he's jumping over Tyler Newman for a first down. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, this run game is not going to be stopped by the Giants defense. They can't stop the run to stay alive. It's almost like Colorado's defense yesterday got ran all over. I had something about I know I had a pick with that guy in it. On the Vikings. I'll remember soon. Anyway, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. A screen play to Bucky Irvin. Irvin's got space. Irving is still moving his legs. He's still fighting for the end zone, and he's going to be a half a yard short of a first of a touchdown. This defense is getting bullied in the run game. That guy's guardian cap came off of his helmet, and that's Ben Bredesen. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Ben Bredesen. Is that Vita Vea at fullback? Oh, yeah, the Bucs are going to score here. Vita Vea in at fullback. I mean, just imagine, just imagine as Tucker walked in. Just imagine Dexter Lawrence playing fullback for us. Just imagine Dex playing fullback for us. All right, Tommy D warming it up. Tommy D getting warmed up on the sideline. Decisive, easy drive against the Bucs. The Bucs, I'm surprised. Like every time they threw it, they had some kind of resistance, but every time they ran it, it was easy. Or every time they ran the screen. So the Bucs are probably going to go back to the drawing board and say, "Listen, we got to run the ball. They can't stop it." Extra point almost got blocked, but here we go. Theater, and they just took me out of the whole studio. But Bucks up 7-0. I was trying to fix the score. 7. 7-zip Bucks. Like I said, week 1 of the tank. So listen, if we get blown off the field, it's week 1 of the tank. you know, who do I like, Cam or Shador? I like Shador better now. I like Shador better for now. I would like either one of them on the team, but I think Shador is. I think he has a better feel for the game, but of course Cam has like he can throw it from any angle. He can. He's a lot more athletic. He can throw the ball further, so he's got a higher ceiling. But I think Shador is probably going to be the better player. Yeah, Buck came out, went right down the field. Like I said, I'm gonna be checking my underdog stuff because at this point, this is more the underdog stuff is better than actually watching this game. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I saw that my guy on the Vikings, Aaron Jones, already has 40 something yards. So he already has 55 yards. I just need him to get to 78. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on. Conservative guy says the defense is soft. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens, man. Like the defense is just not good against the run. Um, I don't know what to tell you. The tackling isn't good. Um, McFadden misses a bunch of tackles, even though he's aggressive. Bobby Okereke can't get off blocks at this point, which was a concern that we had that Wink's defense kind of solved for him. But now he has to fight a lot more blocks, and he just can't get off of them. It's unfortunate. That second defensive tackle isn't doing too good. When Dex comes off the field, that's a weakness. But I mean, the Giants' defense is just you have to want to bring people down when you're tackling, and they just can't do that. And this is like at MetLife. This is at MetLife. Um, it's just unfortunate, man, that the fans have to watch this. I was gonna go to that Falcons game because I'm down here, and I'm not going to that game. I mean, it may even be entertaining. Who knows what Tommy will do? But I just man, it's just like what they did to the fans this year at MetLife is just disgusting. No wins at MetLife, hardly any points. Tommy DeVito gets a standing ovation. Tommy DeVito gets the respect coming out there, 3-3 as a starter. This is his chance to put his team over 500. Here we go. The fans are getting excited. See, listen, the casual fans love Tommy DeVito. Like they want to go out there and they want to see things entertaining. Not everybody wants to lose on purpose, but let's see how this goes. DeVito out, one wide receiver out there, three tight ends, and Tracy instantly has a hole. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, that was a wide open gap right there for Tyrone Tracy, 16 yards, and that got me an underdog over. I think his highest rush was supposed to be 15 yards or something. And he just got 16 right there in the first play for the Giants. So listen, the Giants they got to reward me with something. Yep, 15 and a half, and he just got a 16-yard rush. So that got me some money right there. First and 10 here. Tommy DeVito back. Another handoff to Tyrone Tracy, who's going to get about a yard, about a half yard at best. Yeah, the defense has one interception, and it's off of a tip. It's like it's on one tip. The defense has, I think, maybe like six forced fumbles or something like that. But as far as interceptions, I mean, it's been really dry. And I was thinking that the zone defense would get us more interceptions, but that's the exact opposite is happening. All right, DeVito on the shotgun, three wide receivers. Theo Johnson in motion there. Wando Robinson. DeVito is going straight up the middle, and he got horse collared. I mean, can we throw a flag for that or not? He just got horse collared. I think Dable was trying to catch them off guard because he's like, they're not going to run the ball like that. But That was a horse collar. That should have been 15 yards. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Theo Johnson in motion back to the tight end spot, 3 wide receiver set. DeVito's got to get rid of it, and he's going down. That was a big hit. And is Tommy hurt? Oh, he's back up. Yeah, Todd Bowles just dialed up one of those blitzes, confused Tommy. It looks like Tommy DeVito looked a little hurt right there. I don't know if it was just like he just was in pain from that actual hit, or if that's going to be something that'll linger. But a failure of a first drive there from the Giants, and this game might get out of hand pretty quickly, which is what I expected, to be honest with you. There you go, Trey Palmer calling for a fair catch there at the 16. And what about this game would have been different so far versus Daniel Jones? Evan Neal, I don't think is a good player, but that was more Tommy. He's got to know that the blitz is coming. He's got to get rid of that. He's got to check to a hot read. He's got to get rid of it. He didn't want $46 million handling it to a $12 million running back. Now we got an undrafted guy handing off to a 5th round pick. Yeah, yeah. But listen, I think the record will be similar if we had both of those guys paying them like 70 million combined. I think the record would be similar. So I'm glad neither one of them are here, to be honest. Exactly. The difference is we're saving money. Um, yeah. I just I'm not surprised by anything that's gone on so far. I kind of expected this to be like a blowout game, a huge blowout kind of game. So we'll see. Let's see some of the things I have. I have Baker Mayfield higher than 233 yards. I have Mike Evans higher than a half a touchdown. So if he scores, I'm good. Rashad White higher than 35 yards. He's already at 14. And then I got Tommy DeVito higher than a half a touchdown. So Tommy's usually good for a touchdown. So I think he'll probably get one. This is what this organization deserves. DJ gone now. Dable will be exposed. Uh, maybe, maybe. I mean, it's not like he has like a good quarterback now. But I think if he looks really inept, pretty much like you're saying, if the offense looks even, like even more disastrous, which is difficult because they're averaging 15 points, then yeah, he could probably be the first place that they look. That drive was on Dable, get Leak involved. Yeah. I don't know why he just stopped throwing it to the only thing I can think of that's going on with Brian Dable is that he knows no matter what happens, even if they lose every game and get blown out every week, that his job is gonna be safe because they have completely gone away from everything that worked with Malik Neighbors. And that has had like a huge impact on the Giants offense. Whoa, look at Dex on that pressure. And Mike Evans and man coverage against Deontay Banks. Easy stuff. Yeah, but Mike Tomlin actually has a good roster. So I mean, I don't think Dable is anywhere close. I mean, he hasn't proven that he's anywhere close to coach of Mike Tomlin, but also Tomlin has a better roster. 1st and 10 here for the Bucs, just inside the 30. Hand off to Bucky Irving. A quick 4 yards for them. I mean, like that was 3 yards there, but it was just the easiest 3 yards I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, Greeny, you're right. I mean, they couldn't keep targeting him like 18 times a game. You're definitely right. But also, I mean, It's a difference between targeting them that many times a game and, like, completely, like, going away from them. Here we go, Micah McFadden. Bucky Irvin getting tackled for a loss. McFadden with a nice tackle. I mean, Micah McFadden, when he can tackle, he looks like a superstar, but most of the time he can't tackle. And the frustrating part about this is that he's clearly the best linebacker we have, and Okereke is getting paid over 10 million. Getting paid like 13 million a year, I think, maybe even more than that. First, third and long here for the Bucs. Dexter Lawrence teeing up. This pass rush is getting ready, and it gets picked up. And Tyler Nubin, 1-on-1 with Mike Evans, breaks up a pass. Good to see Tyler Nubin making a play in coverage because he has struggled in coverage this year. That's a nice play from Tyler Nubin. I'd love for Nubin to have his first good game in coverage and be able to break that down on tape. I'd love for that to happen. Maybe the bye week helped him out a little bit. All right, 4th and 6 here. Smith Marset is going to field this punt from the 20 across the 25 to the 27. And DeVito will get his second opportunity here on you're on the 27-yard line. For God's sake, throw it to Leak. Yeah, hopefully. Like I said, because I mean Malik Neighbors is like he should still get 1,000 yards. He's at like what, five something? Five with like 8 games left. He's at 607 with 8 games left. I'm pretty sure 8 games left, or maybe seven. Either way, he should easily be able to get to 1,000 yards this year. And I mean, I don't know how many touchdowns he has, three. So if he can get one more touchdown, I mean, four is decent. Um, when he gets the quarterback, he's going to be a double-digit touchdown guy, though. But I think he'll still get to his 1,000 yards. Knock on wood, everything goes well. If the Giants finish 2-15 or 3-14, David will be fired. I think he'll be fired as long as like if DeVito comes out and has a couple of good games and the defense just allows people to run all over them, then I think that they'll say, okay, he did a good job developing DeVito. And at that point, they'll say if he could develop DeVito, then he can develop a rookie quarterback. But if DeVito looks bad and the defense looks bad and the locker room continues to look how it's looking, then there's no way he's back. And that's going to be frustrating because then Shane is going to pick a coach. I'd love for both of them to be gone. That's all I'll say. Imagine if Leak was in K. Yeah, if he was in KC, yeah, it will be a done deal. Let's see what's going on in the league so far. Firing Dable without firing Shane will be pointless. I completely agree. I think if you fire one, you fire both of them. But I mean, I'm seeing things that are saying that Joe Shane would stay and Dable would go. So I mean, that's frustrating to me. Commanders up 3-0 on the Cowboys. Chiefs up 10-3 on the Panthers. Patriots and Dolphins tied. Dolphins are in the red zone though. Texans up 7-3 on the Titans. All right, 1st and 10. Tommy DeVito, play action, dumping it off to Theo Johnson. And I mean, the Bucs are all over everything we're doing. Jermaine Illuminor is out of the game. This is a big tank job right here. At this point, I'm convinced that they're tanking. Jermaine Illuminor is game over. That's game over. Any good thing that Tommy DeVito would have done is over. If I would have known that Jermaine Illuminor was going to get hurt, I wouldn't have picked higher than a half a touchdown for DeVito. It's over. It is over. Nice run from Tyrone Tracy, but we're going to be here on the third six coming up. Yeah, Greeny. I mean, I would say most of his good decisions have been like this most recent year, which is frustrating because it's like, is he trending into the right direction or is this just an outlier? Here we go. Singletary in. Third and six, leak one-on-one coverage. They're sending another blitz. They just literally highlighted. Oh, Wando Robinson got just destroyed. Wando Robinson got upended there. He actually jumped for that ball. He never did that for DJ. Oh boy. You realize they just highlighted the Bucks number 0 and said Brian Burns. He had to leave his feet because he's short. 4th and 1 here. I think this is in our own 40. We don't have Daniel Jones here on the sneak, so that's off the board. Let's see. And it looks like we're just gonna let this clock run out. Oh, Wando Robinson has it, and he's actually gonna. You got to stretch that out, man. Oh man, you got to stretch that one out. That looked like a first down to me, but I would like to see Wandale just stretch that ball out a little bit. That's barely a first down if you're going by that first down marker. Wandale's got to stretch that out though. Yeah, I don't know which barber that is, if it's Rondé or Tiki. Uh-oh, the Bucks players are excited because he's bringing that out, and it looks like it's short. It looks short. It looks short. Let's see. Short by this much. Yeah, Wandale had to stretch that ball out. Wandale had to stretch that one out. Wandale, you got to stretch that out, man. But he also didn't want to fumble. But the thing is, it's 4th down, so who cares if you fumble? But there we go. That's probably ball game. Yeah, we drafted him over George Pickens because we didn't like George Pickens' attitude. This team just sucks. Yeah. The thing is, like I said, Brian Dable has put out a lot of plays that would have worked if we had better execution, but he's going to get the blame for it every time. Because I think we've been pretty horrible this year on 4th down. If you look at the numbers, 4th down, 2-point conversions, they've all been like horrible. Execution has been bad. If Illuminor is out for any extended period of time, we're not beating any team in the league. Here goes Irving. I need Rashad White to get some more carries, man. I need Rashad White to get some more carries. This is like I need him to get some more carries, man. I don't need Bucky Irving getting all those touches. Time for the first gummy. Yeah, Wandale is so little, man. I never understood that, man. He's just so little. It's hard for him to play the game because he's so little. It's like he has some talent, but he's just too little. How are we looking? Horrible. That's Tiki. Yeah. Either way, I was just saying he was right. You got a parallel to the line of scrimmage play. You got a guy running sideways on 4th and short. You want to be going forward. I mean, that's usually what makes sense, but could have worked if Wandale wasn't so little. I mean, That's one place where you miss Daniel Jones because I mean the guy's 6'4", 235, and he's gonna sneak that in every time. DeVito, I mean, you don't expect as much. Like you just don't expect DeVito to get that first down. DJ haters will blame the O line. Yeah, I mean, the defense looks horrible. The offense, I mean, they don't look inspiring at all. I mean, I wouldn't say the offense necessarily looks horrible yet because they just haven't played that many snaps, but they don't look good. You know, they haven't really made anything happen. Also, Jermaine Illuminor is out, at least for now. So you got Chris Hubbard and Evan Neal playing tackle for you. And if you got an undrafted rookie, not undrafted rookie, but undrafted second year quarterback playing quarterback at that point behind those two tackles, um, you're not going to be able to run your offense. All right, so let's look at some more scores. Same scores pretty much everywhere. Dolphins up now 7-0 on the Pats though. Lions in the red zone against the Colts. Commanders still up 3-0 on the Cowboys. Panthers 6-10. That, against the Chiefs. You can't get my Mike McFadden out of my Mikey McFadden comment out of your head. Which one? Here you go. Baker Mayfield had forever to throw, and he is going to throw to Mike Evans here. And Mike Evans is dragging Deontay Banks inside the 10. I just need Mike Evans to get in the end zone for my money's sake. I think Shaq should give him that contract. I think Mara is a less of a meddler than people think. I really think a lot of these GMs that we've had have just been incompetent. I think the last time Mara meddled is with the Eli thing, where he said that Gettleman had to build around Eli. I think that's the last time he meddled. Why does Irvin keep getting all these touches, man? Get the ball to Rashad White. Oh yeah, he can't tackle when he's our best linebacker. Yeah, and if the dude could tackle, he'd be like I said, he'd be a superstar. And he's tackling today, so hopefully he keeps doing it. But it's just frustrating. Like Bobby Okereke falling off, like hurt our defense so much because he was such an impactful player for that defense, and for him to be null and void now is just upsetting. Here we go, Giants sending a blitz 1-on-1. Irving running over a guy, running over Deontay Banks specifically. I mean, Rashad White can't touch a can't get back on the field, man. Bucks back inside the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal. Vita Vea is gonna allow them to run this one in. I'd like Baker Mayfield to get in the end zone. There's Tucker, and that time Vita Vea got. Whoa, the ball came out. Get on the ball. What no? Come on now. Come on now. Are you kidding me? Get on the ball. DJ Davidson knocked the ball out. And it wasn't DJ Davidson, it was somebody else. Either way, they couldn't get on the ball. DJ Davidson was the only person that realized that the ball was out. And I mean, we actually forced them into a field goal there. Did you see how Vita Vea got stood up by like a linebacker? That's hilarious. Yeah, Vita Vea got stood up by a linebacker there. Like, look at Vita Vea right there blocking whoever 24. He's blocking a DB or a linebacker. and he's like stood up completely. We supposedly drafted all these cornerbacks that were rated really high, but I don't think our secondary isn't good. I mean, we got Deontay Banks, he was highly rated. Other than that, I mean, we got Drew Phillips, he's good. Deontay Banks has been disappointing this year. Drew Phillips has been good. I mean, technically, PFF has him as the highest rated corner. Um, I don't know how to feel about that, but other than that, I don't think we really have many big names as far as corners go. I mean, Cordell Flott was a third round pick, but people looked at that as us overdrafting him. I mean, I wouldn't say Cordell Flott is. I mean, the big problem has been Deontay Banks. Sadly, when you got a number one corner that isn't a number one corner and may not even be playing like a middle of the pack number two corner, that hurts your secondary. Because I think Cordell Flott at this point is playing better than Deontay Banks. But yeah, Mara, I think the last time Mara like really said like this is what's going on is when he brought in when he made Gettleman build around Eli Manning. Also, maybe you could say it when Joe Judge came in. But I mean, beyond that, I don't think that he made Joe Shane pay Daniel Jones. I think I think Shane probably thought like Mara wants us to give him an opportunity. But I don't think he said like pay Daniel. Like it's just like this. Like if you have a boss, the boss is you're inclined to do what your boss wants you to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. Like I don't think he's affecting things any more than any other owner is. Now, I will say that Mara has made some bad hires. He's made some bad hires at GM. He's made some bad hires at head coach, and he deserves the blame for that. But I don't think he's making these decisions for these GMs. How's Tommy D looking? He hasn't really done much. Baker Mayfield has completed 11 passes. The Giants have ran 8 plays. We're gonna have the Dimes curse. I don't think it's not like Daniel Jones was a good player. It's not like he was a good player and we did him wrong. I mean, we paid that guy 40 something million a year. Daniel Jones will forever love the Giants because of what we paid him. I mean that's 160 100 what? Yeah, 160 million and he's going to end up leaving with like 90 something million or 100 million of it. So I think he's fine. I think he's cool. It's just funny that Tiggy Barber's commentating a Giants versus Bucks game because there's been a couple of games where him and his brother have been doing it together. DeVito's gotta get rid of the ball. He's still got that same issue where he just drops back and he just doesn't throw it. He holds onto the ball too long. He's gotta start getting rid of it, man. Like, he's just holding on to the you gotta get rid of it, man. That's the number one thing I was looking for Tommy DeVito is is he gonna be able to get rid of the ball quicker this year? And so far, he's just kinda he hasn't. He's been like a deer in the headlights. All right, leak man up. Vito throwing it short to Eric Gray, who's making a guy miss, and he's going to pick up 3, which will make this a 3rd and 13. Yeah, this Giants offense is cooked. Unless DeVito just catches fire, this offense is cooked. Because look at the way that they're playing. If I could look at the defense again, last time they were playing a safety way down. We get some good protection here. DeVito is going to have to get rid of it, and he's just going to run. Yeah, he's playing scared. this live to play another down thing is going is gonna lead to a bunch of 3 and outs. Malik was getting bracketed right there. Hyatt getting I mean, they're just running plays that are running into that zone. Yeah, DeVito's playing he's playing scared like DJ, except he's playing he's a little bit worse than DJ as far as taking these sacks. Let's see, DeVito. So far, I mean, DeVito maybe has what, 2 yards? DeVito has 8 yards, 2 passes for 8 yards. Tracy has 3 carries for 21. I don't know why we went away from the run. Oh, absolutely no Aaron Rodgers. No Aaron Rodgers. Uh, I wouldn't even say the Jets offense is more is yeah, I don't want Rodgers here. He's cooked. Um, Chiefs are up 10-6 on the Panthers. They're in the red zone. Patrick Mahomes is 10 for 12 for 137 and a touchdown. Man, Pat Mahomes is back. They're about to probably go up 17-6 on the Panthers. Commanders still up 3-0 on the Cowboys. Colts down 7-3 on the Lions. Patriots trailing 7-0 on the Dolphins. Titans up 10-7 and in the red zone on the Texans. Wow. Vikings are driving. They are in the red zone. They're trailing 7-0 to the Bears, so they're trying to tie that up. And that is what's going on right now for your 1 o'clock games. You said it was DJ's fault they went away from the run because they was a bad decision maker, head coach. Hey, listen, I mean, we're a post Daniel Jones franchise. If I mean, two things can be true. The coach can be bad and Daniel Jones can be bad. And one thing I'll tell you is Daniel Jones is bad. Um, that's one thing I can tell you. Now, as far as Dable, he's gonna play himself out of it. He's gonna coach himself out of a job. Unless Daniel Jones was like specifically like unless Daniel Jones was literally playing bad on purpose, I don't think he's gonna go somewhere and cook consistently. Unless he just got like an amazing coach that like is really good at laying out an offense for him. But I wouldn't say that I think he's gonna do much of anything. Now I do think he's gonna be a good backup, and I think he'll probably come in there wherever he's a backup. Like when he gets snaps, I think he's gonna be good because teams aren't gonna be preparing for him. So I think in that sense, he's gonna be one of the better backups in the league. But as far as a starter and like leading the team anywhere, I just don't see that. The thing is, we haven't rebuilt one time. That's the problem. We haven't done it. Haven't done it. There goes Baker Mayfield. He's taking off and he's throwing a dime. Oh my gosh. I mean, Baker is just feeling himself. He's having fun. The pass rush isn't getting there. The pass rush is completely vanished. That I think is the pass rush doesn't have the same level of let's see. There you go. But basically, the pass rush has just kind of disappeared, and I think that's like a heart kind of thing because the way we dominated early on in the season, there's no way. There's no way that they just disappeared like this. I would say he looked pretty solid with a good line early on this year. Um, I think that's who he is. He's a solid quarterback when everything is going great behind him, but when teams apply some pressure, which even behind a great offensive line, you're going to get pressured. He has some issues. He has some issues reading the field and working through his progressions, especially when teams are pressuring him, which I mean you can't win with. There's Baker and the pistol, handing it off to Bucky, who is just making me mad, man. Why can't Rashad White get back on the field? I just need 15 yards from Rashad White. Tony Pollard of all people is getting in the end zone, putting them up 7 on Houston. Yeah, I feel bad for Neighbors, but I think he's excited to play with the quarterback next year, whoever it is. That's clearly a false start. If DJ was smart, he would have left enough money on the table for Saquon and yeah. I mean, that's probably DJ's best that would have been his best chance is bringing back Saquon, bringing back McKinney, having the defense look better, having the I mean, that's probably was his best shot, but I mean, also, it would eventually blown up anyway. So, I mean, it's good that he got his money for him. 2nd and 7, 3 wide receivers. Baker Mayfield handing it off to Bucky Irvin again, who breaks a tackle, who breaks another one. And they are back in what, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4? All DJ need is a seat. He's trash. Oh man. There's Tommy Devito sitting on the bench. Drew Lock is out there like probably I mean angry as you can possibly be because he's probably thinking like I'm better than this. And at some point I think Dable is gonna go to Drew Lock if Tommy DeVito just doesn't throw the ball. Look at Mayfield taking off. Mayfield picking up a first down and going out of bounds. And now they're trying to fight Isaiah Simmons for trying to knock the ball out. I mean, chill out, dude. He did not hit your quarterback like that. That was design quarterback run, easy. Yeah, Bucks are about to go up 17-zip here on this drive. All right. Bucks are 4-6, so I mean they're kind of still in it. You know, they can go on a big win streak. They're kind of still in it. Play action again. Mayfield's got forever. And you got Cade Otton wide open. And there's Newman. That's the Newman I know. Giving up wide open things to tight ends. He's been struggling this year, man. He's been struggling. And the thing is, he had a decent drop there. He could have possibly contested that catch, but he just wasn't looking at the ball. Let's see, 1st and 10 at the 11. Baker's probably going to turn around and hand this off to Bucky. He's actually going to throw it. And Mike Evans, I need you to get in the end zone. No. That would have made me some money right there. I mean, the Buccaneers are like picking this thing. Like, it's going to start to consistently be a bunch of fans from other teams in the Giant Stadium. Here we go, 2nd and 5. Hand off to Irving, and he's gonna walk right into the end zone, man. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. And this is what my thing is, like, this has nothing to do with Daniel Jones at this point. This team has not been able to stop the run all year long, and it's just exposing it. Teams are realizing we can just run the ball. Just run the ball. If I was playing against the Giants, every single play would be either running the ball or a play action. Every single play. I don't think they quit. I think they're just not good. I think they can't stop the run just like they haven't been able to all year long. Uh, partially his fault, but also the defense ain't good against the run. But I know you're being sarcastic. Let's see. On the Eagles jumping over people's heads backwards. No Diddy. Yeah, that probably was a no Diddy kind of remark right there. Yeah, the pass rush disappeared. Um, I do think that those pass rushers gave up because they were having a historic season, and all of a sudden they can't get any pressure. Like something changed right there. It's been what 2 weeks now without a sack. Let's see who's leading the NFL in sacks. Let's see who's the sack leader now. Broncos are at 39 sacks. The Giants are at 36. Yeah, I mean we've given up. I mean we had like 7, 8 more sacks than everybody else. Now we're 3 behind the Broncos. We completely fell off a cliff in that area. Ravens are 35, Vikings are 35, Texans are 34, um, Chargers are 34, Jets are 34, Browns are 32. So I mean we're probably going to get passed by a bunch of these teams. Yeah, I want to fire Shane regardless, but I think this pass rush will be just fine when they have a quarterback they can believe in. I think they just kind of packed it up after like 7 or 8 weeks. I think they just said, yeah, this isn't going to amount to anything. That's why you see Aziz out there like balling because Aziz is like, I'm not even going to be on this team next year, so I might as well ball out. The defense has been awful and hit behind. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. They have been awful the whole year, and yeah, I would definitely say that. If Tommy Devito goes and comes back from 17 to nothing, oh my god, this market will be insufferable, completely insufferable. All right, kicking it off here, and it's going to be another touchback. How you all feeling about the kickoff? I think the kickoff has definitely helped more things be returned. I definitely think there's been more return. Now, I don't think that it's been as many as they want, but I think there's been more than before. I definitely say that. All right, first and 10, hand off to Tracy, and he's about a half a yard forward. You'll eat the crow if DeVito comes back. Yeah, he's not coming back. Yeah, Chris Hubbard. I mean, once Chris Hubbard checked in the game, it was curtain. Second and 9 here in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Another handoff to Tracy cutting back. Tracy spinning, and he's about this short, but they're gonna give him a yard short. He's about an inch short, a couple inches short, but they're gonna give him a yard short. Tyrone Tracy is such a naturally good runner. Bucky Irvin is the number 2 rusher for rookies. Oh, they actually gave him the first down. Cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it right here. What's going on, I'll take it. You get first down. 5:23 left in the second quarter, and it looks like maybe they're taking a TV timeout, or what's going on? It's just silence. Okay, they're showing a commercial while showing the coach on the sideline. That's the first Brock Purdy commercial I've seen. A Paw Patrol commercial. All right. Play action to Singletary. DeVito finally throws it. He's got Theo Johnson wide open. Theo in the open field. And that's the biggest play from the Giants so far. I mean, by far. Like nothing even comes close to that. All I need is one DeVito touchdown from my pockets. All I need is one DeVito touchdown. I mean, that was about as easy a throw and catch that Tommy DeVito could ask for his first big completion. I can't wait for Theo Johnson to get a quarterback and to be used heavily. That dude is so talented, man. Another run here. Singletary ends up spinning into traffic, but ends up picking about a yard and a half. Second and 8 coming up. Singletary still in the backfield, giving Tyrone Tracy a quick breath. All right, three wide receivers again. Theo Johnson still in. Singletary in, as I said. DeVito on the pistol. Play action. DeVito is going to take the sack. Pretty much instant pressure there. Pretty much instant pressure. And the thing about DeVito is he's not a guy that I've seen that can like be pressured and throw it. As soon as he gets pressured, he kind of acts like Eli at the end of his career and just goes down. Like you can move, right, Tommy? You know you can move. Like you don't have to just like instantly go down. So that puts us on a third and 16, kills the drive because we took that sack. So our only hope is getting in the field goal range. Tommy's got to get rid of it, and he's throwing it away. Oh my gosh, man. Tommy, I mean, listen, this is your one shot. This is your one shot, man. Like, Tommy, this is not the time to play like how you're playing. Why are fans booing? Because they're sick of it. Why don't you roll out DeVito series? Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why we're not doing more of that. I agree. And then also why DeVito is just standing there. There's Trey Palmer. Bucks are about to set back up at the 14 and a half. I'm sure they'll find themselves at least in field goal range. 17 zip. Finally had a couple of nice plays from the Giants and ended up punting. Let's see what's going on in the league. I've been kind of keeping an eye on that Washington game. Let's see. All I need is one. Like I said, all I need is one touchdown from Tommy DeVito, and I'll be good as far as underdog goes for me. Commanders are still only up by 3 points on the Cowboys. Let's see what's going on with Jaden Daniels. He's been sacked one time. Who was it? I think I had something on Michael Parsons. He's got a sack. Oh my gosh. I think I picked it for Michael Parsons to get, I think, a certain amount of tackles. But I was gonna pick that sack, but I just didn't. But he ended up getting it. We need Titans to win and the Raiders to win. So let's look back at that Titan. Titans are playing pretty well, so hopefully they pull out a win. Let's see. Titans are up 17-14. So the Texans came back a little on them. So let's keep an eye on that. Raiders don't play until 4. I guess it would do us good for the Cowboys to win too. How much money can he spend without having anything to show for it? That's a good point. I mean, he spent a lot of money, and the team is. I mean, at least how they're playing doesn't look too good. And again, it's like Bobby Okereke being here, we all love, but now since he's not playing well, it just looks like a horrible. Like you're not getting that money that you spent. Jermaine Illuminor was playing lights out, but then he had to move to left tackle. Then he lost Andrew, like he lost Andrew Thomas, had to play left tackle. So I would say he fixed the offensive line this year, barring injuries, which is also partially his fault because Josh Zudu was a horrible pick, and he's not the depth that we needed him for. Um, yeah, it is there. I mean, he's had some bad luck, and he's also had some bad decisions. Baker Mayfield still only 2 incompletions. He's got forever to throw. We actually got rid of it pretty quick. Look at Bucky Irvin just giving the Giants that work, cutting back. I mean, like a maniac. I mean, can y'all sit down Bucky Irving and put in Rashad White now that he did that? Like to let this guy reverse field the way that he did. Like, there's no way. Bucky Irvin was 100% looking at that jumbo screen when he saw Drew Phillips running behind him. He was 100% looking there. Why do they not have Rashad White out there? Why is Tucker out there again? I hope y'all are realizing that Baker Mayfield is only throwing the ball short into wide open people. Like he's only throwing it short into wide open guys. Not to say Baker Mayfield isn't good, but what I'm saying is he has not had to work for anything today. We're gonna get blown out like an FCS toss. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, I feel like Dable's going into this game feeling like his job is safe, and I'm telling you, if this happens the way that it's looking next week and a week, like he's got about 1.5 more games like this to happen, and he's done. That's really how it goes for these coaches. Like he's got 1.5 more games for this to happen like this, and it'll be done. I had Baker Mayfield higher than 233 passing yards, and it looks like he's going to get that in the first half. All I need, like I said, is for Rashad White to get 14 more yards, or what, like 16 more yards. That's all I need, and I need Mike Evans to get in the end zone. Aaron Jones slowed down a little bit. I need like 18 more yards from him. At this point, like the most entertaining thing for me in this season at this point is the tank and what underdog is doing. Because other than that, I mean, what else do we have to look forward to? I think Belichick would coach this team for like almost free. I think he loves the Giants. Now, do I want Belichick here? No, I don't think he's all that good. I think he's a great, like, don't get me wrong when I'm saying that. I'm saying at this point, I just don't think his message is going to be received the same way. And I don't think he's going to be the guy that you want a head coach when you have to develop a quarterback. Like, I just don't think that he's going to be that guy. Like, you look at Mac Jones, you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, you look at all of these quarterbacks that he's had as young players, and I wouldn't say that he's done a great job developing them. You got Giants fans out there with no coats. I don't know why you're not wearing a coat, man. Like, that's, like, literally ridiculous. Why are you not wearing a coat? Alright, Baker Mayfield in the shot, 3 wide receivers again, heading in the game. Sterling Shepard in the slot. Baker Mayfield is not gonna get sacked. He's gonna miss a wide open Jalen McMillan on a crosser. Should have been sacked right there, but kinda stepped out of it. He just missed that throw. That's how you do it, Tommy DeVito. When you see a pass rusher coming, you can actually move out of their way. Like, you don't have to stay in the same spot the whole time. Alright, 3rd and 3 here from the Bucs. Mayfield throwing it to Trey Palmer, former LSU great, for a first down. Newman is getting cooked again. Newman is always giving up plays, and man, that's how you know when somebody isn't good, when they just always clapping. Like, they clap like 6, 7 times a game. This is very painful. Uh, is it painful? It is, but at the same time, it's like, if we're gonna play like this, we're gonna earn that pick. Like, we're gonna earn that pick if we keep playing like this. Like, we're not beating anybody. We're gonna be first overall. Oh man. Only in New York. Only with this team, man. Only with this team. And like I said, if we're going to get run out of the building like this, can I get Mike Evans in the end zone, please? Like, can I please just get Mike Evans in the end zone? Like, if he can get in the end zone, that'd be great. And can y'all give the ball to Rashad White? Because what's going on with him? Like, why can't we get Rashad White the ball? Oh yeah, this is definitely what I've pretty much been expecting. I would completely agree because I mean the Bucks are actually a good team. They've had some good games against some really good teams. I hope Rashad White's not hurt. Um, that would stink for me. I'm an underdog picks, but if he's not hurt, I'd just like to see him get like 4 more carries because this Giants defense can't stop a cold. Here you go, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Baker Mayfield, handing off to Bucky Irving. That was Rashad White. He can't. Oh my gosh, they finally gave him the ball and he's not doing anything, man. Why y'all want to play defense against Rashad White every time he touches the ball? All of a sudden, y'all like, come on now. What good is a pick with awful leadership? This team has had high picks and sucked for years. Because I'm expecting those guys to be gone. And I mean, if you get a quarterback that's so good, I mean, they're going to kind of elevate things around them. 2nd and 9 here. Baker Mayfield getting rid of it. Nice play there from Tyler Newman to stop Sterling Shepard after about 4 yards. Yeah, Shane Bowen's defense is horrible. And this Shane Bowen was brought in specifically to stop the run because his defense was so great at that. He was literally brought in to stop. Why are they pushing this Paw Patrol so much? Like, what about Brock Purdy says like, let's put Brock Purdy in a Paw Patrol commercial? Like, I don't understand that. Why Paw Patrol for Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy. I don't get it. Anyway, you were picking O lineman over court. I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't do that. I think you have two quarterbacks that can be franchise quarterbacks at the top of the draft, and I think you take one of them if you're there. Picking an old lineman, I mean, if you're going to do that, if you're not going to take a quarterback, you probably want to lean into taking Travis Hunter or Will Howard. And look at Baker Mayfield. Just, I mean, easy stuff right there. And there's a flag with Deontay Banks in coverage. They're going to call pass interference there on Deontay Banks or holding. So they're saying they're calling pass interference against Tate Banks, but Okereke tipped it. Illegal contact, Deontay Banks. Great, 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 great. Illegal contact. Automatic first down, Deontay Banks. That's what we want to see in year two. Going against a receiver in year 10. Like, Mike Evans is like got to be the most underrated receiver I've ever seen. Can we get Rashad White involved in this second half? I know they're not going to run it at this point, but if we can get Mike Evans in the end zone, that'd be great. They're throwing it short to Rashad White. I don't need passing yards from him. I need rushing yards. Oh my God. 42, 41, 40. Throw it to Mike Evans, please. Throw it to Mike Evans, please. 30 seconds left. Bucks letting the clock just drip down. Giants defense is attacking horribly. Please throw it to Mike Evans. Please. Oh, why are you playing defense? Oh, that wasn't Mike Evans. That was Sterling Shepard. Okay. Okay, I'm cool. Deontay Banks shutting down old man Shep. Deontay Banks got away with a grab right there, too. I mean, no one player is saving a franchise, but I mean, I don't understand that logic of saying, like, look at Baker GX Mayfield. Oh, man. Baker GX Mayfield right there. I needed you to throw one. I needed you to throw one. And Tommy Devito was getting made fun. Poor Tommy. Look at look at look at why is Baker making fun of DeVito? DeVito was a third, like he's a oh man, why is Baker trolling DeVito? I don't think that ball was out. Oh, he just missed the extra point. Wow. I need Baker to stay in the game because I need Mike Evans to get a touchdown, man. Like the defense got to step up here. I need them to come out in the second half. I don't want them to sit down. Like the one time, like Mike Evans has never played against the Giants and not gotten a touchdown. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you break the plane, it comes out. I mean, once you break the plane, it doesn't matter if it comes out. Let's see, these people who think the quarterback that's my point though, like, and I was talking about that before Baker took off. My thing is like this, it's like, people don't think that the quarterback well, people do, but I'm not saying that the quarterback is just gonna come in and immediately change everything about the team. What I am saying is you have a chance to get a good quarterback, why would you not go get a good quarterback? Like, waiting for your team to become like this great team and then take a rookie quarterback is it doesn't make sense. I mean, look at where Peyton Manning got drafted. Look at where all these guys got drafted. They're usually good quarterbacks. It's usually in the top of the draft. So I mean, I don't understand saying like we have a bad team, so we don't need to take a quarterback. That doesn't make any sense. We just literally have spent the last however many years drafting players that weren't quarterbacks, and look at what the team looks like. So why not get a good quarterback so we can elevate whatever you draft around him? Like it makes no sense to just say I don't want a quarterback because a quarterback can't do it by himself. Like we know that, but you still got to have a quarterback. Like you really think the Giants would be at 2-8 with the best quarterback in the league if they had Joe Burrow, if they had Patrick Mahomes? They wouldn't be 2-8. They would have those quarterbacks would have made some plays that would have them at better than 2-8. Now, would they be a Super Bowl contender? No, but they'd be a heck of a lot better than where they are now. Let's see. I bring up Tomlin because his team don't fight and it isn't competitive. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. Right now, the Giants are not tackling well, and I mean, listen. This is the disaster of the season. I don't know what's going on with these headphones. This is a disaster of the season, man. Like this is a disaster of a season. I think some of these players don't have that same energy. I think some of these players are starting to give up on the coach. Um, yeah, I mean the tackling is awful, but at the same time, I saw this team come into this season really hyped, and they weren't tackling early on in the season, and teams would not commit to run the ball against us. So you never know. Yeah, just think about it. I mean, imagine your offense is scoring 15 a game. I mean, at some point, it's like, and especially if the rumors are true about Dable like blaming the defense behind the scenes. Just imagine that your offense is scoring 15 points a game, and your coach is coming in there saying the defense, blah 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 blah. Because just think about it. As we were talking about Shane Bowen early on in the season, I want to read you off some of the Giants games this season that like Shane Bowen has been like looked at as like this big joke, and the defense is so bad. Let's go back to we and mind you, some of these games we've had offensive, defensive touchdowns going back the other way or special teams touchdowns. So 28 to the Vikings, and we had a pick six in that game that we had. Um, 21 to the Commanders, 15 to the Browns, 20 to the Cowboys, 20 to the Seahawks, 17 to the freaking Bengals, 28 to the Eagles, and I'm pretty sure there was a touchdown of some other kind. And against the Seahawks, there was a touchdown, and we only gave up 20 to them. Um, 26 to the Steelers, and then 27 to the Commanders. So it started to ramp up. But as you see, at the beginning of the season, the defense, while they had some issues in some spots, and we gave up a lot of field goals, the defense was not the reason that we were losing games. Like the defense was not at all the reason that we were losing games, and it seemed like they were getting blamed. So at that point, yeah, it can make sense why the defense would like start to give up on that coach. Like if you're giving up for what? I wonder what the Giants defense ranks as. Let's see if I look at points per game total. Let's see how many points per game is the Giants defense giving up. Giants are giving up 22 points a game, so that is ranked like middle of the pack. This is a middle of pack points per game defense. Um, I'm sure it's going to go up by the end of the season. But as far as points per game, they're giving up 22. Your offense can't get 24 a game. Let's look at the offensive stats right here. I already know our offense is like dead last week, but your offense can't get you to 24 points a game. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 teams above 24 points a game. Let's just say you don't get to 24 points a game. You can just get to 20. If we just were able to score 20 points a game as an average, as an offense, we would be like close to 500 most likely. So, I mean, it is what it is right there, and I can understand why the defense would lose a little motivation. Look at Will Levis make it. Come on now. Will Levis has it tied up with the Texans. We need a Titans win today. Push us up those boards. They appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm gonna stick it out through the whole season. We'll be here throughout this entire tank. We'll be here when anything comes out as far as the coach getting fired or not. And it is what it is there. It is what it is there. Hopefully, I mean, I've been here through the. Let's see. I probably started doing weekly streams during the Joe Judge era, so we saw it happen once before. We'll be here again. And I don't know. I don't even know if I was more like demoralized with Joe Judge or Brian Dable. I would say right now it's Joe Judge. I would just say because like before Joe Judge got there, the offense was fun to watch. So I mean, the offense was fun to watch before Joe Judge got here. After that, it was more like if we could just make a couple of good plays a game, I will be excited. So I would say Joe Judge so far is much worse. Dable and Shane are responsible for this roster. That's the truth. Everyone assumed Dable and Shane were a huge part of Buffalo's success. That's the key thing. I mean, anytime somebody's a new GM, you don't know how much of what Buffalo did is attributed to Joe Shane. You don't know that. I mean, we just don't know. Like, it seems like the guy we have now, Brandon Brown, is our assistant GM. It seems like he was like instrumental in some of Philly's best decisions. We don't know what Joe Shane was in on and what he agreed with and what he didn't. I'm sure he's saying that, but why would he say like, "Oh, I wanted to draft Greg Rousseau, or I wanted to draft one of these players with a high pick," and it didn't turn out well. So I mean, you really are taking a chance anytime you're doing that. What's the guy's name? Sean McDermott does not like Brian Dable. I mean, he hates Brian Dable. So that's something to keep in mind. Why does he hate Brian Dable? As far as the GM goes, look at the Bills roster the last couple of years. I mean, the Bills are Josh Allen, and they were Stephon. Like the Bills roster was built behind an elite quarterback. If they did not have Josh Allen, they would not be getting that job. It's just that simple. So, I mean, hey, listen, Josh Allen pretty much, he pretty much played us out of like a 4 year drought. We are 4 years into it of just not getting anything out of our offense, or what, 3 years. Yeah, Bills fans were questioning Brian Dable's play call. I mean, if you look at Brian Dable's resume, it is nothing that special. It's really nothing that special. And like I said, I think he's a talented play caller, or at least a play design guy. But I mean, he has not had a spectacular resume. Like everywhere he goes, guys become great. Let's see his points. I don't know why they're showing it this way. But he was in Cleveland, he was in Miami, he was in Kansas City, 2012. He hasn't really had any incredible results besides Josh Allen. And I do think he helped Josh Allen out. I think he helped him develop into the quarterback that he was, but as far as a play caller, who knows? Yeah, we got a couple issues. I would definitely agree. I definitely agree. Let's see what the timeline is saying about we got the Daniel Jones fan base on there going crazy on Twitter. Got the Daniel Jones fan base going crazy. So let's look back at the scores. Um, let's see. Titans up on it. Well, Titans are tied with the Texans. They're in the red zone. Dolphins up 21 and nothing on the Pats. Wow. Finally, hopefully Jalen Waddle did something. I think I had him on one of my fantasy. Let's see if Jalen Waddle finally had a 100-yard game. Finally. Tyreek Hill is at 37 yards though. Devin Chain has 2 touchdowns. Tua finally bouncing back, 20 for 27, 247, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. That is crazy work right there. Um, no interceptions though for Drake. Maybe we'll get run out of the building. Mahomes picking apart the Panthers defense. Who's surprised by that? I just need Rashad White to step it up, man. Let's see what Mark said. You got to stop giving Dable credit for Allen. He would have become the player he is regardless, unless Allen comes out and says Dable made me play better. Well, he has said that, but I mean, I think Dable has something to do with his development, but every situation is different. I mean, every situation is different. So, I mean, I'm not really gonna say he didn't get credit for that, and I'm also not gonna say Josh Allen would have become that player regardless. But what I will say is, just because he did that with a guy that was that talented, doesn't mean that he can just turn an average quarterback into Josh Allen. And just because he turned Josh Allen into Josh Allen, maybe doesn't mean that he's a good play caller. It could be that he was good at developing Josh Allen into who he was, but he's not that talented of a play caller. They're the personnel is Chris Mary. Yeah. Chris Mary's been at the helm for a while. They hang on, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, the jury is out when you're thinking of is Brian Dable a quarterback whisperer? If you develop one guy, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a long track record of it. And people are going to say, "Oh, we did it with Tua and Jalen Hurts." Jalen Hurts he had to be developed in the NFL. He had to get here and develop. Tua, he had to be developed in the NFL. So his only time he actually did that was um, Josh Allen. Let me see if I can look up some of the other quarterbacks he's worked with. Let's see, he's worked with Chad Pennington, Brett Favre, guys that were already established guys. Um, let's see, Cleveland Browns. Who was on the Browns roster in '09? Browns '09 QB. The Browns have had so many quarterbacks. I couldn't tell you. I mean, They had Brady Quinn, and I'm pretty sure Brady Quinn was a young quarterback at that point, right? He wasn't too good. So he has a long track record of mid quarterbacks being mid with him and bad quarterbacks being bad. I think he's able to help quarterbacks that are immensely talented clean up their game, but that doesn't mean that he can, make every quarterback amazing. Oh yeah, he's gonna look at the tape. That's one thing he'll do is look at that tape. Tommy DeVito has 3 completions first half. So the Giants are gonna get this out of the half. I need the Giants to score in the worst way because once they start sitting their starters, they're gonna mess up my underdog pick. Like I need the Giants to score because I need Tommy DeVito to get a touchdown and I need Mike Evans to get a touchdown. So Tommy DeVito down 23-0. What's he got? Tyrone Tracy in the backfield with him. 3 wide receiver set. Theo Johnson. DeVito hitting Malik Neighbors. He picks up an easy first down. I mean, here you go. First target, first catch for Malik Neighbors. Tommy DeVito finding that hole in the cover two, picking up a first down. Easy stuff. I see it. Like I said, all I need is one drive from DeVito where he just gets in the end zone. That's all I need. All I need. Yeah, able to throw it to Neighbors. Chris Manhurst for some reason is in the slot, and now he's out of it. Play action. DeVito got to get rid of it. He's got Neighbors. Neighbors picking up 8. All I need is one. One from DeVito. All I need is one. Neighbors open there on that slant. Easy. Nobody around them. They will adding in some rollouts there to slow down that pass rush. Like I said, I'm not sold that John Mara is the meddling that people think. And I mean, look at I'm not convinced. There we go. Neighbors again. He dropped it. He dropped it. You got to catch that, man. You got to catch that. Lee, you got to catch it. And Lee is saying he caught that. They're calling it a catch. Okay. I know they're probably going to challenge that, but that looks like a drop to me. Oh, that's a fumble. That's a fumble. It's clear as day. Yeah. And the challenge flag is going to come. But that is a catch and fumble. I thought that was a drop. That's definitely a catch. 2, 3 steps and then a fumble. So luckily, weird to say, but luckily Neighbors has caught the ball and fumbled it. That's actually a fumble. OC on Twitter said that there has to be repercussions for that celebration for Baker Mayfield celebrating like Tommy DeVito. Yeah, that was clearly a fumble. Once you look back at that live, it looked like a clear drop. That's looking like a fumble to me. That's crazy. Big point in this game, not to say we win this game, but a big point in this game is the Bucks fumbling right there on that 4th down and getting that field goal out of it instead of us getting that fumble back. But, yeah, I mean, DeVito putting together a couple good plays, a couple well-designed plays there, getting the ball to Lee. Um, and like I said, that's just stand as a catch and fumble, and we're gonna keep the ball. See who else is out at halftime. The Lions up 14-6. I thought the Lions were gonna blow the doors off of the Colts, but the Colts are right there in it. Let's see, Richardson 7 for 14, 117 yards. Man, he's just struggling out there. Let's get out of commercial here. I don't know why. Like this should be this should be reviewed right now. Okay, coming out of the commercial here as they show what 20 different running backs in NFL history. Coming out of the commercial, this is going to be a clear, completed pass and fumble out of bounds. Tommy knew the assignment. Please don't tell me this dude threw an interception or something. Please don't tell me that happened. I need Tommy to score a touchdown. I need Tommy to score a touchdown for my pockets, man. Here we go. Handoff to Tracy, and he's going nowhere. Wow. Buck stepped up. Buck stepped up right there. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Fresh, not fresh set of downs, but here on 2nd and 10. Wandale in motion. Here we go. Wandale catching it. Wandale picking up a first down. Giants offense moving. Giants offense finally moving. Back in this browser. It literally just kicks me out of the studio by just me just like swiping across my trackpad. Okay. 1st and 10 here. I need Tommy to get in the end zone. I need him to get in the end zone. I need him to throw one. There we go. And he's just airmailing that to Malik Neighbors. Where was this offense in the first half? This is just a couple of scripted good plays. Um, Daniel Jones pass there. It's just a couple of good plays. I don't expect this to last beyond this drive. Couple misdirections. I don't. I think who knows? Who knows where it was? 2nd and 10. Man hurts in motion. He's right tight end. Hand off to Tyrone Tracy. Tracy straight up the middle, and we're gonna be 2 yards short of a first down. This is definitely 4 down territory. This is definitely 4 down territory. So this is the perfect time to throw this in the end zone, Tommy. Perfect chance to throw this in the end zone here on 3rd and 2. This deep. Another handoff to Tyrone Tracy, who spins and picks up the first down. Nice play by Tyrone Tracy. I need DeVito to throw this one in because listen, if Tracy steals this, we're not getting back down in the red zone. We're not getting back in the red zone if DeVito doesn't throw this in there, and that's going to be upsetting for me. That's going to be upsetting for me if he can't throw this in. And there we go, Tommy DeVito playing wide receiver. Here we go with this joke stuff, man. Giants playing with my money. Brian Dable was such an idiot. Brian Dable was so stupid. Brian Dable is such an idiot, man. Like, Brian Dable is so stupid. If this team consistently if this team consistently cannot execute in the red zone on these trick plays, why are you running them? Why are you running them? You continue to run these flashy plays in the red zone and turn the ball over, and it keeps happening. It's the no, it's definitely the players not making plays, but there's no point. That's what I'm saying. There's no point in calling these plays like this, where players are in unfamiliar situations when they've consistently shown you that they can't execute these plays. They've consistently shown you they can't execute these plays. He literally took points off the board. He took my ability to get points for Tommy DeVito. I just need one Tommy DeVito passing touchdown, and that was my one shot. Frustrating, man. Shane Bowen, new head coach. I feel bad for Mike Kafka because I think he's a talented offensive coordinator, and I think it's going to be difficult for him to get another shot. Like if he had any head coaching job and he turned it down, which I don't think he did, but if he had any shot, I feel bad for him. But does Tyrone Tracy have a fumbling problem at this point? Because I mean, he's had some. I think he's had what 3 fumbles this year now. But that was my one shot, man. That was my one shot for Tommy DeVito to throw a touchdown, and I don't think we're gonna get that now. Why they in the NFL if they can't? That's a good question. Listen, my thing is this: you're making a very good point. You're saying like these players they have to have some type of accountability. I 100% agree with you. But what I'm saying is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And for you to run these like flashy plays in the red zone, and they have consistently shown you that they can't execute it, some of the onus has to go on you too, because it consistently happens. It'd be one thing if like it worked at least once, but it doesn't ever work in the red zone. But here in the red zone, and here goes Bucky Irvin picking up two. I've been saying for weeks the coaches aren't having the running backs hold the football high and tight. Yeah, that's a whole different discussion. I think first off, the talent on the offensive line is completely gone. It's completely gone. Um, I've been saying for weeks the coaches aren't having running backs hold the football. Yeah, yeah. I mean the ball is never high and tight on our team. I'll tell you that much. It's never high and tight. 2nd and 8, quick throw from Baker, and that pass is too far for Sterling Shepard, and we're here in a quick 3rd and 8. Pass rush looks like it's kind of starting to come through a little bit. So let's see if we can get after Baker here on this 3rd down. And I mean, I can't be too mad at the pass rush because they're throwing the ball very quickly every single play. But on the plays they have held it, they have not gotten the rush that I want out of this pass rush. So here on 3rd and 8, the former leaders in the of the league as far as getting after the quarterback, this is your time to show up. Like this is your time to show up. And Baker is sitting back there forever. He's still doing it. He's cutting back. He's taking off, and he's going to run for a 1st down. That is completely unacceptable. Brian Burns got back there. I mean, listen, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Burns did his job, and everybody else just kind of, kind of jogged out of there. First and 10 here on the 16 and a half. Bucky Irvin getting there you go. I mean, Brian Burns, like I said, people keep talking about Brian Burns, but I see Brian Burns as the only player that's going all out every play. Like he's the only player that's going out like that's what I'm seeing. Like I keep seeing this guy going all out, making plays. The quarterback having to step away from him and being able to relax on the other side, and there's just all of this smoke for Brian Burns. I don't get it. Here we go, second and 11. Another quick throw to Shep, who's going to get 5, 6 yards and go out of bounds. Shep and Andrew Phillips have been going back and forth all day. They've been talking all types of stuff all day. Aziz is out with a toe. It was only a matter of time, man. It was only a matter of time for Aziz to go out. I know Kayvon isn't in shape, like football shape. There's only so much you can do while you're hurt to be able to play this many snaps. Third and 6 here. Shepard with a free release. That looked like an illegal motion. And Cade Otton is going to pick up this first down, break a tackle, and that's going to come back 100%. That was an illegal formation. Like Shep was all moving. I missed Michael's comment. Let's see. A little off topic, but what was the origin of the conflict between Wink and Dable? Was it Dable's refusal to have DeVito throw a pass in the second half of the Jets? The origin um, was that Wink kind of divided the locker room. He kind of had like the defense feeling a certain way. Dable was like, arguing with Wink, saying like, "Is this your fault?" All of that type of stuff. Um, and then also like Wink's assistant coaches didn't listen to what Dable wanted them to do. They listened to what Wink told them to do. So it was a power struggle kind of thing. And Wink felt like Dable wasn't being fair. He was blaming everything on him, and they just kind of didn't get along. Third and 11 here, and Dex is coming through, and look at that. Cade Otton for a first down. Brian Miller, actually. Mayfield all day. I want to look at this again to see if Burns. Okay, Bobby Okereke, man. I mean, where do you think he's going to go? No, Wink is definitely nuts, but I think he's a good coach. I wouldn't want to work with him, but I think he's a good coach, though. First and 10, pitch to Irving, and Okereke misses a tackle. What a joke, man. Nacho's playing with playing with some heart. Like Okereke misses that tackle. That's the difference between a second and 11 and a second and 8. Baker in an empty set calling Bucky Irvin in the backfield. Rashad White again getting no burn. That time the pass rush was getting after it. And oh man, that was a beautiful throw from Baker Mayfield and a little bit loose right there from Banks. That's literally this far away from that ball getting tipped. I mean, you can't make this up, man. Like Deontay Banks is literally this far away from tipping the ball. Play action. Baker Mayfield with more time, and now they're realizing like this is really easy. This is really easy. Like there's no pass rush. There's no pass rush here. Our secondary has zero intercept. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't understand how you can win games when you're now they're gonna go back to the run. Hopefully Rashad White is in the game. And he's probably not. It's probably Bucky Irvin, Mr. 1,000 carries. I'm just not gonna give Rashad White any touches. Oh, you're missing luckily it was old man Shepherd, or else they would have popped that for a big game. 2nd and 9 here. Like all I need is one nice run from Rashad White, a Mike Evans touchdown, and a DeVito touchdown. That's all I need. Like I don't ask for much. But Bucky Irvin is like Mr. First team all carry. 2nd and 9 here. And we just get a blatant drop. And look how bad Newman is in coverage. How many times am I going to see Tyler Newman clap his hands because he's getting beat in coverage, man? This is our second round pick here. This is our second round pick here in Tyler Newman. He has not provided much of anything besides a couple of highlight tackles. But as far as coverage, man, like, and like, if you're not going to be a coverage safety, I need you to be like Landon Collins. Like, you got to be a game changer in the box, but he's not. Oh, they're looking confused around Mike Evans. Mike Evans is wide open. Mike Evans is going to give me my money. Oh, you just got interfered with. Why are you playing with my money? Why are you playing with my money, Adoree? Adoree just getting mossed for the touchdown. You're messing with my money. Like you're legitimately messing with my money, man. There's no way. Just let him moss you at that point. Oh my God. That was my shot to get Mike Evans a touchdown. And this is what, like, once they score a touchdown here, these starters are going to go out. You think they're going to keep playing Mike Evans like that in the fourth quarter when they're up by this much? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. And now Rashad White is about to get this carry 1 yard out. Like, the football gods are screwing me right now. Please throw it to Mike Evans. Please throw it to. There goes Rashad White. Getting me unnecessary yards. I need 15 from you, not one. Now they're gonna sit the starters. Adore Jackson just took my money from him. He just took my money from me. Oh my gosh. This is disgusting, man. I'm just so annoyed with this team. Like they're just taking money out of my pocket because Adore Jackson wants to tackle. They're not gonna roll this old receiver out there again. He's done. Man. All right, whatever. Well, it's not a debate at this point. I mean, their definition of non-competitive. They're down 29 to nothing. I mean, I don't understand how frustrating can you possibly be? Like, I don't care about the tank. Like, at this point, like, the tank is going exactly how I want it to go, but the fact that Adoree wants to tackle Mike Evans in the end zone, that literally would have put money in my pocket. Like, why take the pass interference when you're going to give up a touchdown anyway? Let's look at what the Titans are doing, because this loss better get us a spot up. The Titans are up 20-17. Good, keep going, keep going. Um, Patriots aren't doing any favors for us. They're down 24 zip. Commanders up 9-3. I don't know if they tried to go for two or if they just kicked two field goals since then. Jaden Daniels is 11 for 18 for 77 yards and an interception. He's got sacked 3 times. So that looks like the Cowboys can play some defense now. Cooper Rush 18 for 22, 178 and a touchdown. Okay. Okay, okay. They might come to MetLife and or whatever. I don't know where the game is, but next week we might play them on Thanksgiving and come out with a loss. I was scared we were going to beat the Cowboys. Um, I think Cooper Rush hasn't thrown an interception, but Rico Dowdle fumbled. I had Rico Dowdle for under 50 yards. He's at 49. Let's continue to make some more money. Rico Dowdle. Yeah, he's already at 49 yards. I have him less than 53. Smith Marset taking it out across the 25, knocking over a dude across the 30. There, Rico Dowdle getting over 54 yards, messing it up, man. Commanders fans was booing him before the half. I mean, how greedy can you be, man? Like the Commanders are like, well, I guess they're kind of collapsing right now, to be honest. Never mind. Because what are they like? They are on like a two-game losing streak. Play action. DeVito tried to force it to neighbors, and neighbors couldn't come down with it. Antoine Winfield wanted a gift right there. Commanders are 7-4. They've lost two straight, so that makes sense. Why they'd be upset. All right. Hopefully DeVito can give me a touchdown here. Just to like put some sweat on their back so they can get the ball to Mike Evans. Just put some sweat on their back so they can get it to Mike Evans next drive. And DeVito take a timeout right there. Um, I've never been convinced that the Giants were actually tanking, but this looks like they're actually tanking. Have the fans left yet? I don't know. It seems like they're still out. I'm sure some have left. They had to. I mean, some had to have leave by now. I mean, beat the traffic. And the score is 30 to zip, so I'll fix that soon. Here we go, throwing it to Wandale. Wandale cutting back. Wandale not going anywhere. He's going to be about 2.5 yards, 3 yards short of a first down. So this will make this a third and couple. Ferrante tackled Tiki 7 times. 3rd and 3 here. This is definitely 4 down territory for the Giants with 2 minutes left. DeVito is going to run for this, and he's not going to run for it. He actually throws it to Malik Neighbors and converts. I was surprised he didn't run for that. Actually, some decent pocket movement there from DeVito. First and 10, 2:18 left. DeVito under center. Theo Johnson in motion. Play action. DeVito hitting Neighbors, who's got some space. He's making a guy not miss, and he's going to end up going down. Malik Malik has not been as elusive as he was in college. That's kind of been a catfish so far. Like at LSU, Malik was catching that ball like it was Odell, like it was curtains. Like he was catching that, he was making everybody miss. He was outrunning everybody. But this isn't college, so it is what it is here. Second and 6 here, just across the 50. Play action again. Tommy's dumping it off, and Singletary is going to go down. They're going to give him 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Bryce Young throwing dice to David Moore. 3rd and 9 coming up now. I don't need you to talk about DeVito's interception streak. I need him to score a touchdown this game. 3rd and 9. Theo Johnson better pick this first down up. Yep, there we go. There we go. Picked it right up right there. I'm saying you're too big. You're too big of a guy to not pick up that first down, and he did. They just gave us like an extra half yard for that first down, but I'll take it. We were gonna have the first down regardless, but they still gave us an extra half yard. DeVito empty set. DeVito throwing it quick to Wandale, who got 7.5, and there's a flag in the secondary. And they're gonna throw offensive pass interference because that's what they do against us. I bet. Like there's always these BS calls. We cannot run rub routes as the Giants. The Giants can't run rub routes. Like the Giants are the only team in the NFL that cannot run rub routes. Like, I mean, we can't run rub routes. Yeah, like down 30, they're calling those ticky tack calls like that, really. Best part of this is guess what? We're in the fourth quarter. This is almost over. We are three quarters closer to a new quarterback. The Giants rookie Malik Neighbors has the most receptions in NFL history by a player's first 9 games. That's something. Yeah, the 100-year anniversary of the Giants is yeah. Let's see. The Giants in their first year in 1925 finished 8-4. So this is nothing like the first year. I don't think Shador cares. I think he'll have Malik Neighbors. I think a lot of these players that are hot dogging it right now are going to play better than Shador. I think right now some players are frustrated because they felt like they should have gone to Drew Lock because he was the backup quarterback. But it is what it is. I think those players will step it up once they actually have a quarterback. But right now it's tank time. Because again, at the beginning of this season, when that offensive line was playing well, we had Andrew Thomas out there. The defensive line was playing inspired. We looked like a pretty solid team. So I just think it's just a matter of them just having belief in the quarterback again, having belief in the coach again, whether he's even going to be here. I think that'll fix some things. But I don't think Shador is going to be like arriving at a dumpster fire. I think there's going to be enough talent around him to be able to do things, whether it's Shador or Cam Ward. Because they'll have the bookends. They'll have Andrew Thomas and Jermaine Illuminor. They'll have some weapons. There's Eric Gray for about 4 yards there on 1st and 20. It's crazy that Levante David. That's crazy that Levante David's still playing football. 2nd and 16. DeVito in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Theo Johnson out there, tight end. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it, Tommy. And he's going to slide a little bit too early for my taste. But this will make it a 3rd and 10. Yeah, I'm a Shador Sanders fan. I think he's a little bit better than what we'll get out of Cam Ward. But Cam Ward, I'd love to get him here too. So, I mean, I'm happy with either one. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 coming up. The Bucs are sending some pressure. DeVito hitting Wandale wide open for a first down. Nice stuff here on 3rd down. Like I said, I just need that touchdown. I just need that touchdown throw from DeVito, and I need Baker to throw a touchdown to uh, to Mike Evans, which is looking less and less likely. I mean, if we don't score a touchdown here, they're probably not going to put their starters back out there. 1st and 10. DeVito's got to get rid of it, and he does. Malik Neighbors on the slant. Oh, that's a tough tackle right there. Malik Neighbors hit the ground pretty hard right there, but he looks fine. That was a beautiful route. That was a beautiful route. Malik Neighbors had 8 targets, 6 catches for 64 yards so far today. 2nd and 3. DeVito handing this off to Eric Gray, and it looks like for now Tyrone Tracy has actually been benched. Yeah, looks like Tracy got benched here. Here we go, 3rd and 4. DeVito is going to take off, and he's going to run it in. He got face masked at the goal line, but I mean, all that's going to do is give us this much. That was a face mask, horse collar, whatever you want to call it. It was definitely a 15-yard penalty, but that would only given us half a distance to the goal there. And the guy tore his pec probably making that tackle. It's unfortunate. But DeVito, I need you to throw one in. Let's go. Throw one in, Tommy. Throw one in, Tommy. I don't need you to hand this off. Please just, oh my gosh. They're sabotaging me. 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 I can't do it, man. I can't do it. At least I just need you all to do what I need you to do to make me money. And I needed the DeVito touchdown right there, and we don't get it. But at least Singletary's happy, right? Let's see if we make this extra point, we'll be at 7. Gano puts it right through. All right. So hopefully Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans will come back out there, score a touchdown, and then DeVito will get himself a passing touchdown. Because it looks like they kind of find a weakness in this Bucks defense in the second half. Tyrone Tracy is basically he got benched pretty much. Like he's basically gotten benched at this point because they got Eric Gray getting carries over him. I think he's done today. I think he'll get another shot next week, but he can't keep fumbling like that, so they set him down. Clearly, still our best back, but they're not going to tolerate the fumbles. All right, I'm gonna take another glance at Shane and Dable is trending. That's funny. Yeah, Shane and Dable, people are turning against them. People are turning against them. Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, John Mara listens to the fans, and the fans are not happy with Joe Shane and Brian Dable, so they might not finish the season. Unfortunately for them. But taking a look here at the Chiefs, they're up on the Panthers, so we're not going to get the Panthers upset to put them out of range. Even though I think they have one more win than us. Cowboys up, so that might help things because they're what 3 wins. So getting the Cowboys to 4 wins wouldn't mean wouldn't hurt. Um, Pats, there's no way they're winning, but they're at 3 wins too. Titans up 23-17, so hopefully they hold on. See the Bears, they're probably at like 4 or 5 wins now. They're at 4 wins, so doesn't really affect us. He needs to take a page out of Tiki's book. Yeah, I think he'll clean it up. I think he'll clean it up. Hard Knocks exposed everything in the front office. Yeah, I mean, it showed that Joe Shane was pretty much out of touch. It showed that Brian Dable didn't really agree with some that Joe Shane was doing, but also, I mean, Brian Dable has had some issues coaching, man. Like, and here it goes, Gano kicking it off, down 30-7. Please, whoa, that dude is an idiot. That dude on the Bucks is an idiot. The ball went into the ball went. I don't know what that dude is doing. I think because he touched it, he felt like he needed to field it, but this isn't a punt. So the Bucks are going to start at like the 3 yard line now. Like this is exactly what I mean. Like that was a horrible play there. But here goes Baker at 296, 6 incompletions. Oh, the defense is still going to allow them to go down the field. I need Rashad White here to have a big run. I need Rashad White here on this play to have a big run. Here we go. Rashad White. That's not Rashad White. That's Bucky. I'm so sick of this dude, Bucky. I'm so sick of him. It's just so funny that that's Matt Ryan that's calling these things. Why did Will Levis just throw that pick six? Oh my god. Why is Will Levis doing that, man? I don't need you doing stupid stuff like that. I need Will Levis to come back and redeem himself after that. There goes Bucky. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Darius Muasau, the Giants' 7th round or 6th round pick this year, had this dude wrapped up and let him go. That is a horrible attempt at attacking. Like, that is a horrible attempt at attacking. Please throw the ball into, Mike Evans now. Please throw the ball to Mike Evans for a touchdown now. There goes Rashad White. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet, Rashad. Stay on your feet. Give him another carry. That is ridiculous. Like, the tackling from these players is so awful. Like, the tackling is so disgusting. All right, here we go. Rashad White still in the game, and Rashad White fumbled the ball. This dude is trolling me. They're trolling me. They're trolling me. They're trolling me. I just can't. Rashad White probably won't get another carry now. They're trolling me. That was a horrible handoff by Baker, and he got hit in his head. That was probably my. I need Tommy to score a touchdown here because if not, they're gonna pull Baker out and they're gonna pull Mike Evans out. So okay, so that wasn't Rashad White's fault. So all I need this point is let's see. All I need at this point, yeah, I know what you mean, Jennifer. I might need a drink. I mean, because like they're literally sabotaging. Like it's like they're looking at my underdog picks and like sabotaging. So let's see if well, I don't know what's going on with Jameer Gibbs and why he's not doing anything. But let's see if Rashad White gets 10 more yards, I'm good. Um Baker Mayfield, he did what he was supposed to do as far as yards for me. Mike Evans, I need a touchdown. Tommy DeVito, I need a touchdown. This defense sucks. The defensive coordinator needs to go back to high school coaching. Like, I guarantee you when he goes someplace else, they're going to be a top 10 defense again. It's only so much you can do before your defensive players give up and realize that their offense isn't going to do anything. But I don't think he's that good. But he'll probably, like I said, just like he was in Tennessee, he'll probably end up being a good defensive coordinator again. I think the biggest reason is that they don't play the ball because usually in a zone defense, there's opportunity to break on the ball because you're looking at the quarterback. But I mean, the defenders that we have such horrible ball skills. It's just a cumulative effect of all of these guys having horrible ball skills that no one is going to intercept the ball. Like, let's see. I'm thinking of it. I just can't think of one player on our team that has good ball. I mean, Julian Love had decent ball skills before. McKinney, of course, has great ball skills. Adoree has never been an interceptor. Cordell Flott has never been an interceptor. Deontay Banks has never been somebody that even gets his hand on the ball. Here goes DeVito taking off, picking up 5. So, yeah, we don't have anybody in the secondary that's good at attacking the football. Adoree's never been good at that. Again, like, when you look at I mean, the only guy we had back there was McKinney, and he walked. Julian Love was decent, he walked, so, you don't really have the guys back there. I think Dane Belton was pretty decent, but he had a couple of, look at Theo Johnson. He's having himself a decent game. Um, but yeah, I mean, we don't really have a guy back there. They're evaluating, Baker for a concussion probably because he got hit in that head, so there goes DeVito cutting back there, picking up a yard and a half, 2 yards. Mayfield got hit in the head by somebody's, backside. Alright, 2nd and 9 here. DeVito on the shotgun. He's got Neighbors, and that's a catch. I thought they were gonna call that a drop, but let's go. Ah, it was a drop, okay. Yeah, I thought that was a drop because it looked like he dropped the ball. Yeah, Malik has a drop issue, man. He drops the ball way too much. He gotta fix that. I'm not saying he'll always have one, but this year he's had a drop issue. 3rd and 9 there. That should have been something that he caught. Tyrone Tracy back in the game on 3rd down. Let's see, DeVito's gotta get rid of it. Throwing it way too far for Theo Johnson on 3rd. I mean, that's disgusting. Mayfield has a stinger, he's not going back in the game. He's not going back in the game at this point. And the Giants are going for it here on 4th and 9. 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. DeVito's gotta get rid of it, and he just throws it in the dirt. So Baker's not coming out there here on 4th down, but, oh, he is? Okay, well, I don't know why Baker is gonna play at this point with a stinger, but, he's well within his right. Block next week. Hopefully not. Hopefully we keep DeVito. This defense doesn't, yeah. Um, yeah, we our middle linebackers are getting kinda swamped, or at least Bobby Okereke is. He's getting, they're putting a hat on him, and he's not really doing much, so it just is what it is right there, and then guys like Mike McFadden and Muasau are taking bad angles and missing tackles. Like, that last huge run was because you got a linebacker that completely missed it. Like, he had him wrapped up and just let him go. I just need 20 more yards from Jahmyr Gibbs, one more play. Let's see, Laporta, who did I have for? Looks like I'm about to strike out on underdog. Odell was better than Neighbors, 100%. 100%. I mean, Odell was a once in a generation kind of guy. I wouldn't say that I looked at him as a prospect and thought that he was once in a generation, but as soon as he got on the field in the NFL, you could tell. Jamar Chase, as a prospect, he's the best wide receiver I've evaluated. And now, of course, I mean, I wasn't old enough to like actually evaluate and know what was going on as far as Calvin Johnson and those guys, but uh, Jamar Chase by far the best I've evaluated, and he's still not as good as Odell was at the beginning of his career. Yeah, it's gonna be a toilet bowl, all right. It's gonna be a toilet bowl, all right. The highlight of that Thanksgiving is gonna be the food by far. Giant fans are profiling out after that last turnover on downs. Baker Mayfield's still back there. Bucky Irvin's still out there pitching it to Bucky Irvin, and they fumbled the ball again, and they got it back. Looks like they got it back. The ball security in this game has been a joke. I mean, we've had like 4 fumbles this game, and he might have been down anyway. I'm ready to break out my Jason Sehorn jersey. I mean, you might as well just enjoy whatever you can about being a Giants fan. Just try to enjoy it. It's going to be a rough couple weeks. A lot of people are going to look at this and be like, "That was Rashad White, Bucky Irvin again." But yeah, it's going to be a rough. It's going to be a rough couple weeks that we have coming up. Like it's going to be a rough rest of the season. But we're hoping that it pays off because I'm sure people were like, Commanders fans are feeling the same way last year because the Commanders roster is not a good roster. But when you have a guy at quarterback, all of a sudden everybody starts to play better. Rashad White not helping me out at all on 3rd and 4. That's unfortunate. Bowles is gonna punt that off. Todd Bowles from New Jersey. You know that. Pep talk. Oh yeah, we had it great. I mean, Tom Coughlin and Font. I mean, those guys are much better at everything than what we've had at coach. It's been a joke. Yeah, with 5 minutes left to go in this game, like I said, my underdogs are like done. They're done. Cooked. Um, it's unfortunate, man, because it could have happened if Adoree Jackson didn't interfere with Mike Evans. I would have had a Mike Evans touchdown. Taking money out of my pocket. Looks like an offside. That's gonna be a false start there. All right. So the Giants are probably going to run this rest of this clock out. Um, Done deal, man. 0 for 6 at home this year. I don't know why you would ever go to a Giants home game. I think Bobby Skinner went to these games. This is his first loss in person since he's been doing Talking Giants. 1st and 15. Devito is going to have to get rid of it, and he does. Tommy DeVito say he wants to be known as a football player, but maybe we should play football good. All right, DeVito throwing it up and out of bounds. Looks like he had a shot there for Hyatt, and DeVito's hurt. I don't know. I didn't see the hit, but maybe he just knocked the wind out of DeVito. So a late hit on okay, that was off. Let's see. What are my thoughts about? Look at that hit real quick. I don't know what's going on there. I couldn't tell if that's like an arm injury or he knocked the wind out of it. But yeah, he's in a lot of pain. Drew Lock coming in the game. I'm sure he's like, you're gonna play me regardless. So let's look back at what I was reading. So what are my thoughts on bringing in Bill Belichick to straighten things out? Um, I'm I'm just don't I'm just not a fan of Bill Belichick developing a rookie quarterback. That's my only thing. If we had a vet and some defensive pieces, or even just a vet, I would feel good. But I'm just kind of concerned about him coming in with a rookie quarterback. Let's see. I think it's ribs probably. Alexa Bailey loves the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're all on your team today. We all want the Bucs to win today. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think and DeVito's coming back in. I know Locke is heated that he had to come out. Flacco is better than any quarterback that's played 2019. Flacco is better than any quarterback for the Giants that have played in 2019. Third and 7 in the shotgun. DeVito, he's going to take off and go down again. DeVito going through it, man. I think DeVito will have a better game next week, and they're going to go ahead and punt this. But I think DeVito will have a better game next week. That's kind of how it played out last week. Last year, he had a horrible game to start and a couple of decent games, but the Bucs I expected to come in here and beat us soundly. And here we go. They're going to try to take this punt back, and I think that's Trey Palmer. Shout out to Trey Palmer, man. Used to love watching him play. Uh, I've seen rumors of that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It's possible, but I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna like. I don't think he would boycott like some people say veto. I don't think he would veto the Giants drafting the door. I just don't because I mean, what's the alternative? He goes to the Titans. Like any team that's at the top is not a good team. It's not a good team. And I don't think that Dallas is gonna pay. There we go with Shad White. Keep going. Well, he's not gonna because the veto didn't throw a touchdown. But if the veto gets the back and throw it, all right, let's go. Let's see what Shad White can do for him. But what was I going to? Yeah, I think whoever is making that pick is going to be a disaster with franchise either way. And I think Dallas isn't gonna pay Dak all that money just to draft Shedeur Sanders the next season. That doesn't make. And look at our best friend there, Mr. Well respected special teams coach. Another handoff to Rashad White, and the Giants defense all of a sudden is stout. All of a sudden they're stout. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like people keep on like making the jokes about it's about 2 minutes left in the game. Um, People keep making the joke about like we can't do anything because the team sucks. It doesn't matter who's the quarterback. But again, I mean, I just don't. A quarterback makes your team better. Like it just does. Um, Again, looking at Washington has such a patchwork offensive line. They have Terry McLaurin and nobody else. Their defense has not much to speak of. All they did was add old Bobby Wagner. Like they don't have much to speak of as far as their roster goes. But you add a guy at quarterback, and guess what? Everybody plays better. I don't think that's an accident that all of a sudden Washington is playing better. It's because they have a good quarterback. And you can't use Tommy DeVito as a measuring stick for look what happens when Daniel's like it's a backup. It's like when people said Jake Fromm playing bad is a reason that Daniel Jones should be paid. It's like it's Jake Fromm. Here we are. Rashad White has 35 rushing yards. I need him to get 35 and a half. Jameer Gibbs has 76 rushing total yards. I need him to get 89 and a half. So looks like these picks fell through. Pretty much fell through there. One positive, Michael McFadden has balled out this game. Yeah, I think he has played well. Um, yeah, I mean, nobody ever said Tommy. Yeah, nobody thinks that Tommy DeVito's the answer. I'm sure some, maybe like a very small percentage of people did, but I mean, he's not the answer. We know that. But my thing is like people are using a bad quarterback, a guy who's an undrafted free agent, who was a third string quarterback 2 weeks ago. We're using him as an opportunity to say, see what happens when Daniel Jones is like, come on now. I'm sure Daniel Jones is going to go somewhere and he's going to be a top five quarterback now. I don't understand like the like. It just seems like some folks aren't Giants fans. Some folks are just Daniel Jones fans. Some folks were, it just is what it is, man. Which I guess if you're like, I don't know, because none of the young fans are just Daniel Jones fans. I was gonna say I can guess if you never saw Eli, but there goes Rashad White, not getting anything. That dude really let me down today. This is worse than getting beat in Germany. Yeah, that was a horrible performance there in Germany. Tom Moore, he reminds me of that guy that was the medical assistant for the Giants that was there for like 50 years. Fourth and one here. The Bucs are going for it. They're going to probably just hand this off again to Rashad White, and he's going to get stopped again. Well, there you go. I mean, they were making sure that Rashad White didn't get my half a yard that I needed. But they're going to give him 36, so I got it. Now all I need is Jameer Gibbs and Tommy DeVito to get to have some big plays, and I'll get saved. If DeVito If DeVito gets a touchdown and Jahmyr Gibbs gets about 15 more yards, and I'll at least get part of my payout. Do we have a 24-point play? I think we probably got rid of that. I think that 24-point play was probably one of those trick plays that went wrong. 111 here. Time to pad the stat. I was going to say Drew Lock. Tommy DeVito, quick hitter to Wandale. Giants got to hurry up. Got to hurry up. This is for my underdog. 59, 58, 57. Get back to the line. These guys are jogging. Look at Wandale just jogging. What a loser. There we go. Tommy DeVito. He's got time again, dumping it down to Singletary, who's going to get a quick first down. Keep it moving. Giants take a timeout. 42 seconds left. Giants trying to pass some stats here. Like I said, the Bucs have a chance to really run the table, to be honest. Like they're 4-6, easily end the season like 11-6, 10, and then 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers and Theo Johnson. Decent pass pro. There's another check down here to Tyrone Tracy, who's going to go down there right at the first down marker. Giants got to keep it moving. This is like the slowest hurry up offense I've ever seen. They went ahead and gave the Giants that first down. Here we go. DeVito's going to have to take a shot soon. There's Tyrone Tracy with another first down. They're padding the stats pretty good there. Padding the stats pretty good. 16 seconds left. That's going to be time to take shots at the end zone. Here we go. DeVito coming back off the sideline. Play clock running down. Not sure what's going on there. I think that may have been a glitch or something. All right. DeVito on the shotgun. Time to take a shot at the end zone. Tracy getting out of bounds. Oh, 11 seconds. I'm telling you, this is some stat padding right here. This is some stat padding right here. Second and 6. He's gonna have to take a shot, and that ball got tipped. And you got a flag down. DeVito getting hurt. I mean, DeVito was going through a beating, man. That was just BS right there. That was a late hit on DeVito. Yeah, that was definitely roughing the passer. Yeah, that hit on DeVito was BS, man. DeVito's been hit 9 times. We're about to see how tough he is. 8 seconds to go. Like I said, this is time for me to recoup some of the earnings that I'm not going to be able to get. Jahmyr Gibbs getting me close. Listen, if DeVito can throw a touchdown here, I might be feeling pretty good. I might be feeling pretty good as far as underdog goes. They're crowding that end zone, man. Like Please throw a touchdown. Too high. Come on now. I just need you to get in it. That would be great. Jahmyr Gibbs just got it. Let's go. Okay, Jahmyr Gibbs just got it. Jahmyr Gibbs just got it. Jahmyr Gibbs just got it. If DeVito can throw a touchdown here, I'm not gonna leave empty-handed. I'm not gonna leave empty-handed if DeVito can throw a touchdown here. Listen, Bucks, y'all got the win. There's no need for you to try this hard. There is no need for you to try this hard. DeVito snapped the ball. There we go. There's no need to try this hard. Come on now. I mean, why didn't you give him an opportunity to catch the ball in the end zone, man? Like, come on now. That is upsetting. That's upsetting. I'm leaving with $4 instead of 50 because he didn't want to give. Come on, man. I could have left it. Whatever. It is what it is. This was as fun as the election. Oh boy, it's never fun watching this. But like I said, at least we're 1 week closer to being done with it. But I'm gonna sit here and record my post game as always, and then we're gonna get out of here because again, I mean, what? There's not much to talk about. I mean, the most exciting part today was that I played underdog and I had a dog in the fight. But let's see if my mic is even picking this up. I really was acting like I put an EQ on it when I didn't put an EQ. I didn't put an EQ on my stream. I put it on my local thing. Kind of crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and record this post game, and I'll see what's in the chat, and we'll get back to it. What's going on, YouTube? Week 1 of the tank is complete. The Giants did everything they possibly could to make their coach look bad. They made their defensive coordinator look bad to make sure that this guy has even if Dable's back, there's no way there's no way that you can bring back Shane Bowen. The roster looked horrible, so another tick in the box there for Shane. So maybe he's gonna end up being gone. Let's look at the box stats, the high level stats here. 451 yards the Buccaneers put up today. 33 minutes of time possession. 245 total yards for the Giants. 169 passing yards when you add in all the sacks for the Giants. 295 for the Bucs. 156 rushing yards. It felt like 256. 24 first downs for the Bucs. 0 sacks. 0 sacks. 0 sacks here. And it just makes you think, like, has the defense kind of given up here? Because there's no way that they can be as talented as they were at the beginning of the season and all of a sudden disappear. So those are your high-level stats. Baker, GX Mayfield, 295, 24 for 30. Should have had some touchdowns. I mean, I had some underdog picks that if Adoree Jackson didn't interfere with Mike Evans in the end zone, I'd be about $50 richer. And if Tommy DeVito would actually give one of those guys a chance to catch the ball in the end zone, I'd be like $400 richer. So, we got screwed right there. Bucky Irving dominated the Giants. I mean, dominated the Giants defense, did whatever he wanted, had a 56-yarder that he made. I mean, just ridiculous. Tommy DeVito had a horrible start, but at the end of the day, he wasn't horrible. He ended up padding the stats a little bit, got about 70, maybe 50, 60 yards in garbage time, or maybe most of it was in garbage time. But not horrible, but also it's clear that he's not going to be anything special. He had a slow start last year too, so he looks like the same guy. Took a bunch of sacks that he shouldn't have taken. Like I said, he kind of stepped up second half. He stopped taking those sacks, but it's clear he's not going to be a guy. He's not going to be your bridge. He's not that guy. Malik Neighbors, 9 targets, 6 catches, a couple drops today, a fumble. We need more. We need more from you, man. And he is by no way. He's no way the reason that we lost, but we still need more there. We can't have the ball keep hitting the ground there. Wandale, decent, but I mean, at this point, Wandale is limited, and it's frustrating that he's here. Theo Johnson, Showed some things today. 39 yards. I think Theo's going to be good. Tyrone Tracy had another fumble today. But other than that, had some nice runs. 9 carries today for Tyrone Tracy for 42 yards. If he had gotten more carries and didn't have that fumble, he probably would be looking at a 100-yard day today. So those are your stats. And what's my takeaway? This team cannot tackle, and usually you look at that and say, like, it's probably an effort thing. They went through a lot. DJ got cut. A lot of players felt like he was their best shot, and by cutting DJ, you say you're giving up on the season. Well, guess what? They are giving up on the season. So some players are not playing as inspired as they should be. Got a lot of missed tackles. Got a lot of bad angles. Got a lot of effort issues. So has Brian Dable lost the locker room? I'm gonna say if Brian Dable was holding the locker room down on a rope, and he's got the rope in his hand and he's holding it firmly, I would say there's about 5 or 6 more strands of the rope that's connected right now that could possibly fall apart. And the only way he's going to reconnect those is if he calls some great games and gets this offense into the end zone a lot more and makes these games a lot more competitive. Other than that, this locker room is definitely losing. They're losing respect and they're losing it for Brian Dable. And I highly doubt they want Joe Shane back. It just is what it is there. But at the end of the day, folks, let's look at the standings. I'm gonna pull up, as always, Tankathon, and they usually update these things like almost immediately. So hopefully the Titans game is over, and it's not. But let me take a look at the Titans game. They're up by 3. CJ Stroud has the ball, 30-27. CJ Stroud has the ball with 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Hopefully the Titans can hold on, because if so, the Titans are going to be out of that pick. They're going to be out of that 3rd overall pick that they have now. Jacksonville, let's see if they play today. Jags don't play today. But whenever they play next, you'll be able to see where we're ranking. But if the Titans lose, if they win, then we will be 2-9 tied with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jaguars are not going to draft a quarterback. They're not taking a quarterback. So we essentially have the number 1 pick. We essentially got the number 1 pick right now. So we're doing our job as far as the tanking goes. I mean, we're doing as good as we can go as far as that goes. But I'm not going to say that this team has no talent, because we saw early on in the season that with decent offensive line play, with Andrew Thomas out there, with Jermaine Illuminor playing right tackle. By the way, Illuminor got hurt today. But with those 2 tackles, this offensive line looked amazing. Like, not only like good, they looked amazing as far as pass protection goes. Evan Neal has like turned into not like a travesty at right tackle. It only took for everybody to get hurt and him having to be a decent guy, for Tommy DeVito to not be hospitalized, for him to not look horrible. So he's been decent, but you got Illuminor right side, you got AT left side. Both of those guys, they were locking it down. Offensive line looked great regardless, and the defensive line was getting after it. So, like I said, just the very fact that you're looking at this defensive line and they're not getting pressure shows like what's going on. Dex, what's going on, man? What have you given up, Dex? I mean, I see him every week saying, like, I don't respect it. I don't do this. I don't like it. Looks like Dex is not the same guy at this point in the season. It looks like Burns he's getting pressure at times, but he can. I'm just seeing the quarterback step away from Burns. A couple of times Dex got there, but it looks like he's kind of like just jogging towards the quarterback instead of the ferocity that I saw him have. And I felt like this team felt like they could compete. I felt like this defensive line felt like, we can go out and win, and get to the playoffs. And it looks like once they saw that wouldn't happen, they just kind of all collapsed. They just kind of took their foot off the gas to where they're playing, they're trying, but they're not trying as hard as they were earlier on in the season, because they don't think that they're going to be able to get that level of competition. They're not going to think they're gonna make it to the playoffs. So all in all, it is Cam Ward or Shador Sanders season. The Giants took care of business as far as losing. Again, I can't really root for us to lose, but at the same time I can in this situation. You just cut your quarterback you're paying $1 billion to. Your defense is in shambles. They're running the ball all over the field. I mean, let's get somebody in here that can help out. And I'm sure that the Daniel Jones crowd has already started on Twitter where they're saying, look, Daniel Jones leaves and looks what happened. Listen, going from the 32nd best, or maybe I wouldn't even say 32nd, going from the 29th best quarterback in the NFL to the 40th or 45th does not prove that Daniel Jones is the glue that's holding the franchise together. It does not prove that Daniel Jones is some great player. It just proves that you went from the 29th best guy to the 40-something best guy or 50th. Who knows? He was a third-string guy. So that doesn't prove anything. It is what it is on that front. But we're going to see what a better quarterback, more talented quarterback can do next year. And I just want you all to not root against whoever's out there because you want to be right about Daniel Jones. Because Jaden Daniels got to the Commanders this year, and the Commanders had little to no respect. They had a horrible roster. Their offensive line was patchwork at best. I mean, they were not a good roster coming into this season. And guess what? When you get a quarterback that can come in and make plays and make the right decisions and take care of the football, all of a sudden guys start playing better than you thought they were because they feel inspired. That's a big part of the game, is the emotional and mental aspect that people leave out. And no matter what Tommy DeVito does, that does not justify paying Daniel Jones $160 million. It doesn't. So those are my thoughts today on that. One step closer to a higher pick. It's what we deserve as Giants fans. We deserve our pick of the best quarterback in the draft. And it looks like at this rate, Joe Shane and Brian Dable won't be making that pick, which I have no issues with. So you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Take a look at this Raiders game to see if hopefully they can pull out a win. Because if they do, we're going to be just that much further from that number one pick, or just as much further from being behind those guys. Looks like the Titans and Texans are still going at it. But yeah, looks like the Titans got the ball back. Let's go. So we are probably one step closer. We essentially have the number one pick. Travis Hunter is going number one if the Jags have that pick. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good, folks. Feeling good. Yeah, Titans picked it up. Titans picked it up. Let's see. I didn't miss much here. Shout out to D556. Yes, DeVito looked good. At least he could complete some nice passes. Yeah, had a couple check downs, padded the stats. Is what we're here for, man. Is why we're here. But yeah, I don't see much going on in the chat. I'm getting hungry. We're at 4:00, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream. Like I said, we took care of business as far as making sure we lost. The Titans are up 30-27, and they have the ball. I am ecstatic. I'm on the moon. That means that we're doing our job as far as tanking. So one step closer to the next step of this franchise, and I can't complain. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. You all have a great rest of your Sunday.